This is one of those courtroom moments that starts quietly, but quickly turns into something much deeper. We're stepping into a case involving Angela White Magpie, charged with possession of a controlled substance, a state jail felony that could carry serious consequences. Now, on paper, this might seem like a routine plea hearing, but don't let that fool you. These proceedings are where life-changing decisions happen in real time. Pay close attention, because what unfolds here is more than just legal procedure. It's a balancing act between accountability, second chances, and the system trying to determine whether someone is truly ready to turn their life around. You'll see moments of confusion, vulnerability, and honesty, and those small details, they matter more than you think. And here's something to keep in mind as you watch. When someone enters a plea, they're not just admitting something, they're giving up fundamental rights. Trial, silence, confrontation, all gone in an instant. So the real question is, does Angela fully understand what she's walking into? And is this deal actually her best shot at a fresh start? Let's get
Versus
into it.
Angela White Magpie. Could I have parties announced?
Ray for the state. Ray Lopez for the defense.
And are you Miss White Magpie?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I pronouncing your last name correctly?
Very correctly.
Thank you. Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Miss, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yeah.
Ms. White Magpie, did you review court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. By
Right
entering
here
this plea,
is one of the most critical parts of any plea hearing, and honestly, one of the most misunderstood. The judge is carefully walking Angela through her constitutional rights: the right to remain silent, the right to a jury trial, and the right to confront witnesses. These aren't small technicalities. These are the backbone of the justice system. And notice the hesitation and confusion in her responses. That's not unusual. Courtrooms are intimidating, and legal language can feel overwhelming. But here's the key. The judge must ensure that any plea is made knowingly and voluntarily. If there's even a hint that the defendant doesn't fully understand, the entire plea could be challenged later. So let me ask you, if you were in her position, nervous and under pressure, would you fully grasp what you're giving up? Or would you just go along with it to move things forward? These moments might seem procedural, but they can define the entire outcome of a case.
by entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Oh, all right, let me explain it differently. Sometimes my question is confusing. All right, you understand the rights you have? All right, do you
Yes.
want to enter into this plea?
Yes.
All right, and you know by entering this plea, you're giving up those rights?
Yes.
And are you intending to do that?
No.
Not
Oh, wait.
willing to give up your rights?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
that's
I'm
okay.
So sorry.
No need to apologize. Sometimes we get nervous and sometimes my questions are confusing. So you understand you have a right to
Yes.
remain silent.
I understand that.
When you enter this plea, you're giving up that right. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You have a right for the state to call whatever witnesses they think they need to prove their case. You understand?
Yes.
And when they call their witnesses, you can question them or either your attorney can question them. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Because you're entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you understand?
Yes.
And did you intend to do that?
Yes.
You also have a right to a jury trial. And so 12 jurors will sit, they'll listen to whatever evidence is presented and decide on whether you're guilty or not guilty if they can come to a decision. Do you understand?
Yes.
Because you're entering this plea, there's not going to be a jury trial, so you're giving up that right. Do you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand if I grant your application for deferred adjudication, If for any reason your deferred adjudication is revoked, I could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes.
Now we're getting into something that can completely change the trajectory of a defendant's life. Deferred adjudication. This is huge. Instead of an immediate conviction, the court is essentially pressing pause. Angela won't be formally found guilty yet. But there's a catch. Deferred adjudication is like walking a legal tightrope. If she successfully completes all the conditions, probation, classes, staying out of trouble, she can avoid a permanent conviction on her record. But if she slips up, the judge can come back, enter a guilty finding, and sentence her to up to 2 years in state jail plus fines. So this isn't leniency, it's conditional opportunity. A second chance with very real stakes attached. And here's the question. Do you think this system actually helps people rehabilitate? Or does it just delay the consequences? Because from this point forward, every decision she makes matters more than ever.
All right. Court will find that defendant has knowingly, I'm sorry. Just 1 second. I'm making it something in the paperwork. Just 1 second. Okay. Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do, Your Honor.
Miss, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you into the plea? Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
All right. If you're not a U.S. citizen, when you enter this plea, you will be deported, denied naturalization, or reentry. Did you understand?
Yes.
All right. Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, there's a $1,000 fine and the state recommends deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be your plea?
Yes.
Defense,
It is, Your Honor.
state.
Yes, I understand, Judge.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney?
Yes. Your Honor.
Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 2 years. There be 100 hours of community service restitution, the DOEP course, and anti-theft course. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your
Then to the offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Honor. No contest.
That no contest plea you just heard, also known as nolo contendere, is a fascinating legal move. It's not exactly an admission of guilt, but for sentencing purposes, it's treated almost the same as a guilty plea. So why choose it? Sometimes defendants use this plea to avoid formally admitting wrongdoing, especially if there could be related civil consequences later. It's a strategic decision, often guided by legal counsel. But make no mistake, the outcome in criminal court is largely the same. Also, notice how the state presents evidence without live testimony. That's another key part of plea-based proceedings. By agreeing to stipulations, Angela is essentially allowing the court to rely on written reports instead of full witness examination. Faster? Yes. But it also means fewer opportunities to challenge the evidence. So what do you think, does this streamline justice? Or does it cut corners? Because this is where efficiency and fairness sometimes collide.
State, any evidence?
Judge, up to number 1 and all comments.
No objections, Your Honor.
All right, state, you may be excused. All right, did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence state's exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments. Just one moment. The court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on your client's behalf?
We just asked the court to follow the agreement.
So do you have any family here in,
And like
okay, because it shows that you're originally from a different state.
originally, yeah,
Okay.
but I have family that lives here and I live here.
All right, so who do you have for a support system?
My wife of 12 years, my son, and most importantly, my grandkids. I just recently had. I haven't been in any trouble and trying to be a positive role model for them.
All right, so what is it? So this is from 2023.
Yes, Your Honor.
So have you been in any type of rehab or anything of that nature?
I'm Native American and I've been in close contact with my culture, Native American culture, which is very inspiring. I've been sober for 2 years, 3 months. And
This is where the human side of the courtroom really comes into focus. Angela starts talking about her family, her sobriety, and how her grandkids changed her life. And you can feel the tone shift. This isn't just a defendant anymore. This is someone trying to rebuild. Judges pay very close attention to this kind of testimony during sentencing. They're not just looking at the crime, they're evaluating the person standing in front of them. Support systems, employment, sobriety. These are all indicators of whether someone is likely to succeed on probation. But here's the reality. Every defendant has a story. The challenge for the court is figuring out which ones reflect genuine change and which ones might not hold up over time. So let me ask you, do you believe her transformation? Do moments like this influence how you think sentencing should work? Because this is exactly where justice becomes more than just rules. It becomes judgment.
some weeks I've been doing really good. My grandkids changed my life.
Okay, and how old are they?
6, and I had one Christmas Eve of this past year.
All right, so who lives in the home with you?
My son, his wife, my grandchildren, and my wife.
All right. All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 2 years, deferred adjudication, $1,000 fine, that will be probated. When's the last time you had employment?
That's what I'm looking forward to now. I have a job with 5 Guys, hamburger
Yes.
burger place.
All right, now I heard of them.
Yeah, I'm excited to get back to work and get started.
All right, proof of employment within 45 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once she completes that, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice. TAP evaluation out of custody. Follow recommendations. However, if it recommends inpatient treatment, we'll start with outpatient treatment. And there's going to be 20 sober support meetings and 20 days. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, ma'am, I'm looking forward to being successful in things behind me.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes. Yes,
Right,
sir.
because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, so we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Do not disappear on probation. If for any reason you feel as though you're going to use pick up the phone, call probation and let them know. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to contact me and they're going to give me a sheet of paper. And on that sheet of paper, they're going to say, you need some additional help.
And just like that, the court delivers its decision. 2 years of deferred adjudication, a $1,000 fine, community service, mandatory classes, and strict supervision. No jail time for now, but a structured path forward with clear expectations. This case is a textbook example of how the justice system balances accountability with opportunity. Angela avoids a conviction today, but the responsibility shifts squarely onto her shoulders. Every condition, employment, sobriety, reporting, becomes a test of whether this second chance will hold. What stands out here is the judge's final message. Don't disappear. Don't hide struggles, ask for help. That's a powerful reminder that the system isn't just punitive. In some cases, it's designed to support rehabilitation if the individual is willing to meet it halfway. So what's your take? Was this the right outcome, or should the court have been stricter? If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.